Hello everybody and welcome. I have some exciting news. Finally, WEC is returning. Yeah, oh, not that WEC. This WEC. This is the World Endurance Championship. I know I uploaded a video a long time ago stating that there was going to be these different types of cars, etc., and I was going to put together this new Gran Turismo 6 championship, but unfortunately it didn't really go to plan because, well, I never really got things together, dates organised, and I completely forgot about it. And I thought, well, after the success of IF3C, I thought I'd go for something different. But anyway, I'm sure you're dying for information on how to join. So first of all, what day will it be on? Well, on Monday you have F102, and I think Tuesday or Sunday, I'm not quite sure what day it is F101. So we've got, and I know nothing really happens on Saturday, so that's in. Sunday is R3C, so it's either gonna be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, as well as Saturday, because we have 2 days of the week that'll be WEC, and I'll explain how it's gonna work, because I know you're thinking to yourself, how are you going to race for 24 hours when we get to the Le Mans stage? But don't worry, because the races will all be 1 hour long, and the time that you set during that 1 hour will be noted down, and then we'll do another 1 hour race, the next day on the same track, in the positions, and we'll start in the positions that we were in last time, and it'll be like the Le Mans, no, not Le Mans, the Tour de France, where they keep on adding your time up, and whoever has the lowest time then would go on to win, and that's what I'm doing. I know it's quite confusing at first, but it's quite clever, because then it doesn't mean that when we have to race for the whole you know 24 hours, 12 hours, or whatever. Also, you can see there are 3 categories that you can choose from. So you've got LMP1, which is obviously well known throughout the actual real championships, and it's one that most people focus on because it's all to do with manufacturers and etc. And the cars that you can choose from, well, if you don't know what cars or whatever are in LMP1, or even in the Le Mans type category, or WC, whichever one you want to call it, if you go onto the Gran Turismo like menu, if you like, when you first load the game up and etc., you'll see it says recommended cars or something. You click on that, and it says Le Mans also, so you just click on that, and it will tell you all the cars, etc. The cars that are on the first page are usually LMP1 cars, so you've got Toyotas and Audis and Peugeots possibly. I'm not quite sure if they've added Porsches yet. So you can pick those cars. LMP2s, they've got some there. They're basically privateer cars, racing with normal petrol fuel cars instead of hybrids, but you get the occasional turbo here and there. And then you have the LMGT cars, so cars that look, I would say they look quite normal, well, more normal than the LMP1 cars, because they're just quite crazy in designs. You wouldn't see an LMP1 car on the road, but the technology used to make those cars will contribute to like Audi making, putting those things in their cars to make them more efficient or better. Yeah, GT. I think GT. Well, if you know what GT E is already, then well, I don't need to further explain this. But if you don't know, I don't know, look on Google Images for a short insight into what they look like. So here is the calendar. So the first race will be in Austria, and that will be a 6-hour event. But don't worry, like I said, 1 hour for each time we race. It won't be consistently, so it won't be 1 hour race and right away a few minutes, and then next hour it will be spread out, so don't worry. Next race will be in Belgium in Spa, Francorchamps. Third race will be in Silverstone. Fourth will be in Le Mans. Fifth race will be in Fuji Speedways. The sixth will be in the Twin Montegi. And all of these circuits here, there will be the longer versions. Mainly because I find it. I'm just thinking about doing the Autumn Ring, that short mini circuit, that kind of like kart track in a way, in a sense, of 0.80 miles or something. Imagine just doing that for, I don't know, 1,000 laps just to get in for, into the time that was 6 hours. That would be crazy. So no, we're not gonna do. We're not going to do the short tracks of any of these. They'll be the full long versions. So where was I? Oh yeah, Autumn Ring will be 6 hours. So will Grand Valley. I think that's a cool circuit. You go in 2 tunnels and over a bridge, and so that's be quite exciting scenery, as well as the track layout, which is pretty cool. Tokyo, 6 hours. Brands Hatch as well, the long circuit, of course, like I explained. Mount Panorama, excellent track that they added in. That would be 12 hours. And Nürburgring will finish with a full 24-hour event. The two that really stick into your minds probably, or you have flashbacks, or forget the flashbacks. The ones that you most heard of, that I should actually say that, is Le Mans, 24 hours, and the Nürburgring as well. Anyway, this has been a confusing video. Hopefully the last part about the point system won't be as confusing to you. So then, all the 6-hour races will have this kind of point system, the same as Formula 1, and in fact I think the same as 6-hour races on the the actual real World Endurance Championships. You get 1 point for pole position and 1 point for fastest lap. I haven't confirmed yet what the time it will be for qualifying yet, but that will be confirmed shortly in a later video. 12-hour races are essentially double the amount of 6-hour races, and well, if you go down all the way to where 6th place is, you might have noticed already that should have been 16 points. However, it's 18 points. So from 1st to 5th, it'd be double, but then from 6th to 16th, it's been changed. And well, the main reason for this being is that 12-hour races, you should be rewarded for completing that distance. And so I decided to make, the point system and how many people actually score points in the race to everyone, because I mean, credit is due to anyone who completes 12-hour races, regardless of if they take breaks or whatever. It's crazy. And so, I mean, I think it would be unfair if you race for like 11 hours and suddenly on the 12th hour you can't make the event or whatever, and you're down to 11th place or whatever, and you're just separated by from 10th. You're just taken away by 10th by 10 seconds, and I think that'd be really unfair. So to avoid people frustrated because they spent all that time, 12 hours, and still receive nothing, everyone gets to score a point. 2 points for pole position, 2 points for fastest lap. And finally, the big ones, 24-hour races. There are 2 races for 24 hours, essentially double of the 12-hour races, and quadruple the amount for 6-hour races. You get 100 points for first place. However, it's all very tight now because there's 10 points separated from second place. Third place you get 80, fourth 70, etc. all the way down until you get to 9th where it's 25, and then you continue with a normal point system until you get to 16th place where you get 6 points. If the grid was, if you could, if Gran Turismo 6 could allow more people in, I would go down all the way until that number went to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but unfortunately not. You get 5 points for pole position and 5 points for fastest lap. Well, that's it. I'm incredibly sorry, that was very hard to explain. But basically, in a very basic view on this, you're gonna do a race. There'll be 2 races every week. Okay, and for example, just a typical 1-day event, you go in, you do your qualifying time, and then you go to race for 1 hour. Not exactly, but what the Gran Turismo have offered is that you can actually set the time limit, which is good for endurance racing. So that'll be set to 1 hour, and then after the hour is completed, you finish your lap, and then the results from that race will be noted down, and then the next event, the next race, which will take place a few days later, you do the next. You will I'll set the grid order, which I can do. And what we do is we'd line up in the same, and we'll just go from there, from the same starting positions as we finished from the last race until, and so we keep on doing that until we get to, I don't know, we do that. For example, for a 24-hour race, that would be 24 times we would do that, and then we sort it out by whoever has the slowest time or whatever. Oh, this is really complicated, but it's basically like it's basically like the Tour de France, but with cars. Okay, if you want to sign up, please tell me in the comments LMP1, LMP2, or the GT cars. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.